is the LG envTouch. This was released in 2009. All right, let's turn this bad boy on as well. Okay, first of all, let's go over the I/O as well. So it's got the hang up button, which is usually the turn on button as well for most of the phones back then. You got a kind of menu button, I guess. Send to activate your phone. Okay, and okay, and you got the hang up and call button. You got a camera shutter button on the side, and then you got the volume rockers, and then this looks like a lock. Yeah, it just locks your phone, and this is all it does. Slide up to unlock. Yeah, this is a really primitive touchscreen. I'm pretty sure this is resistive as well. It's a resistive touchscreen as well. It's just really primitive. Yep, 3.2 megapixel on the back, so nothing too special. It's a Schneider Krisnak lens. Okay, it's better than the Toshiba, right? But I wouldn't say it's better than the Nokia or the other phones of the time. It's got, interestingly, a Dolby mobile activated headphone jack right here, but at least it has like a standard headphone jack and not a proprietary. Samsung's used to have a proprietary headphone jack, which I really hated. And the micro SD card slot here, removable battery, just like most phones had at the time. Ooh, okay, actually logged in. So this is the interface. Again, this is seems kind of strange to those of you who only lived with Android phones, but you know, back in the day, before Android and iOS and stuff, a lot of feature phones had this type of interface, right? Had this really primitive interface. Okay, and I'm pretty sure LG has their own custom interface here. LG has their own custom interface. By the way, I'm charging with a mini USB cable because that's what, sorry, micro USB cable. This is a micro USB, not a mini USB, so it's a little bit more modern. But okay, yes, I get it. This is LG's own operating system. It looks like you can play a game. I can add it. I can add widgets and stuff. A lot of the Samsung LG phones, they just ran with their own interface back then. This was before Android. It's, I wouldn't say it's like Symbian, but it's basically their Symbian, their own proprietary operating system. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you could like write down notes, picture, video, the standard phone stuff. All right, let's open up the phone. All right, this is the inner display, and I like that it has the directional pad on the inside here, whereas like the Toshiba has it on the outside. I have no idea why they have it on the outside. The inside's a much better location. Backlit keyboard here when you press it, and this has the two buttons here that we just saw on the Toshiba as well, because on the screen there is two menu options always at the bottom left and right, so these are for activating that. And yeah, this is the interface on the inside here. Contacts, recent calls, navigator, some music here. Yep, okay. Browser, oh, I wouldn't want to use that. Games, let's try a game. Need for Speed Undercover. Can I run on this phone? Okay, you guys, let's see what Need for Speed. Let's adjust the volume here. Need for Speed Undercover on an LG envTouch. My god. Okay. You guys think Android games are bad? Well, those of you PC gamers out there, you guys think mobile games are bad. You think they're bad now. I mean, this is 2009 mobile games, baby. Okay. Oh god. There's vibration, there's rumble. Interesting. How am I supposed to control this? Like, I know this is a touchscreen, but this is a really bad resistive touchscreen, so I don't know how it's to really control this. Oh, and it automatically boosts. Okay, great. I mean, actually, I'm kind of impressed by the graphics, honestly. I didn't expect the graphics to be this good. I mean, it's not really anything special, but it's more than what I expected this phone to be capable of. Okay, anyways, that was a game. And then, yeah, you can do, obviously watch pictures and video here. What is this feed? Okay. I have some sample pictures on here. Oh, okay. The LG loaded, I guess. And, God. Video. Let's see what video. Nope. Okay. And then if I want to type a message, let's look at the keyboard here. TXT message. What is this? Lines? I have 160 lines. Okay. That's my limit. Oops. Backspace. Space. There. Oh my god, this is terrible. This is awful. You have to press really hard on the keyboard. Well, at least one thing I can say is at least it's better than a T9. That was what other phones used back then to type, to send text and stuff. And at least it's better than a T9, but it's a really bad keyboard. Yep. I mean, the Toshiba keyboard is a lot better than this. This keyboard is just so hard to press. Dialing, I guess, would have to be done with these numbers as well on the top. Yeah, okay. Anyways, guys, that's the LG envTouch. They have a custom OS. You know, a lot of phones had custom OSs back then. You can use the outer touchscreen. One thing I could say that the outer touchscreen is a lot better than the Toshiba's small touchscreen, or small display. Sorry, not even a touchscreen. It's a small display on the front there. I don't know why that's really useful. It's like, okay, you want to get maybe a few seconds of information here, and then it just goes away. Yep. All right. Not very useful. This has an outer display here. I can play Tetris, I guess. EA owns Tetris now too. Wow. I had no idea that EA owned Tetris. Okay, yeah. So there's games on here. Cool. Yep, and this is the menu button here. Alright, well, not bad. I do like the outer display better than that one, but it's obviously still primitive. Camera? No. You can never activate the camera well in these things. Okay. Even has Resident Evil on here. Interesting. I like the preloaded games that they give you that for free. Mobile IM, I guess this is MSN. Yahoo Messenger. Okay. Okay, Windows Live Messenger, AIM, Yahoo. Yep. Well, that's interesting. I can say that a lot of feature phones back then, like my old Samsung D900, it didn't have any of these features. It just had really basic stuff. Just call and text people, and that was pretty much it. Like, you could listen to music as well, but you would never put music on it because the storage space was so limited. Anyways, yeah, that is the LG envTouch with the dual displays. Not bad. All right, next up we have the Nokia E90 communicator. So remember when I said that Nokia communicator is basically what kind of started this form factor? This is it. This was the last one Nokia kind of released in their line. This is the E90. So the Nokia E90 communicator released in 2007, and this one has a main 4-inch display here, and you can see the lid here is a little bit different than these ones. You know, it's not like a full touchscreen or something like that. It just kind of looks like a Nokia feature phone on the front, and it has the standard classic Nokia style layout here with the colors here, the top 4 kind of color coded controls here. That's classic Nokia, along with the keypad. Okay, and back 3.2 megapixel autofocus. Again, nothing special, but Nokia does tend to put better cameras on its phones compared to other phone makers of the time. Removable battery, gotta have that. This one has this was the SIM card slot. right? And headphone jack was right there. I'm charging it right there with a Nokia charger, and Nokia chargers are they're pretty much proprietary. I mean, yeah, Nokia phones all take these weird proprietary chargers that have these really small barrels, and that's what it is. And there's a mini USB port here as well, so they have that. And this is the on button, I think. So let's turn on. Sorry guys, I've been trying to turn on this phone for a while now, and it didn't work, but I figured out that this actually isn't the on button. I mean, it looks like an on button, doesn't it? But it's not the on button. Do you know what the on button is? Is it this one? No, you would think so. It's not the hang up button either. 3 guesses as to where the on button actually is. So it actually took me a while to find this. The on button is in this small top right corner here. This is the on button. Isn't that insane? I was like, I didn't even see this. It's like such a small hidden button, right? But that's the on button. You would think it would be this one, but it's not. Okay, so that kind of threw me off. All right, Symbian. Okay, this is running Nokia Symbian 9.2, I think. Oh, good old Symbian. Used to be the most dominant operating system in the world. Look at the inside screen, which is just basically a bigger version of the outside screen. There's no difference here like on the LG. So yeah, there's a lot more buttons here than on the other ones. Okay, they have the directional ones here on the inside, which I like. Big enter key. This is the contrast, I think. The brightness. What is this one? Clock. Okay, this is just a shortcut to go to the clock. This is tab. So the interesting thing is this one contains a whole bunch of what looks like PDA type of functionality here. It has desk, contacts. This is just shortcuts, but it's very, very PDA like. Messaging. Like this is what you would see on old handheld PC, right? Like a Jornada or something. Web. Okay, this is just shortcuts. You would never want to use the web browser on a Symbian device. Notes. There's some notes already here, it looks like. The previous person left for me. Calendar. Okay. 2008, yes. This phone was released in 2007. And I think it was the last of their communicator line. My pager, yes. Please contact my pager. Oh, okay. This is the menu here. Download. I like how it has an exclamation sign. It's not just download, it's download with an exclamation sign. Okay, GPS. Maps. How well would that work today? Not sure how well that would work. Actually, Symbian did have a lot of apps for it because it was the most popular smartphone operating system, or operating system in general, not just for smartphones, for a long time. And it was quickly dethroned by Android once Android came out. Yeah, of course, no memory card. Well, let's exit, I guess. Yes, so the 4 buttons here on the side activate a whole bunch of menu options. Like it's equivalent to the 2 buttons that we saw on those 2 on the keyboard. All right, media. Do you have some music? Ooh, real player. That brings me back. Do you have any? There's real player music format. Do you guys remember RM files? RM files were real. They were video files that could only be used by real player. So there used to be RM files. Music player. Do you have any? Nope. I don't think we have any tracks on here. It's an iPod type of interface on here. Flash player. Oh my god. Okay. I might have to load some of my old Newgrounds Swift files that I downloaded back in the day to test that one out. Camera. Doesn't work. Oh, okay. I guess I have to use it from here. I'm just, wondering how bad the camera is. This 3.2 megapixel. Oh my god. Yep. it's not a Carl Zeiss, right? So at least the N95 had a Carl Zeiss lens. This one is, oh my god. This is why I didn't take any pictures back in university, because phones had cameras like this. Yep, unfortunately. I wish I took more pictures in university, but, you know, phone cameras they just sucked back then. It's not like today where I have my iPhone 11 Pro and it just replaces my DSLR, you know. It's totally different. Let's go to this main menu here. Tools, barcode scanners. That's really cool stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can download a whole bunch of apps for Symbian, but this is, yeah, Symbian 9.2, I think. So, voice recorder, radio, 3D tones, modem, yep, infrared, IM. No, you gotta define your own server here. Delete server, yes. Okay. Recorded chats, conversations. All right. Yeah. Anyways, that's the Nokia E90 communicator. This is what Symbian looked like back then, and I mean, for the time, it was okay. But obviously, you know, Android and iOS are much better. Let's take a look at the phone interface. Actually, I'm curious. Is this an alt? Curious to see what that would be like. Contacts. Of course, I have none. How would I actually call someone here? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so dial your number here. Come on, cancel. Let me dial my number. Yeah, I'm not sure what's do you have to add a contact first before you dial them? Okay, let's try sending a new message. It's better done in landscape mode. Send an email to myself. Just testing the keyboard, and it's alright. It's better than the LGs. I still kind of prefer the Universal and the Toshibas though. Where's the @ symbol? Dang, I can't find it. Okay, anyways, whatever. Tab out of it. It's a little bit stiff, but it's at least kind of accurate. Yeah, it's at least kind of accurate. And I think you gotta have a contact or something to actually call people. New SMS. Yep. Okay, anyways, guys, that's Nokia E90. That was the last of the communicator devices, which originally started this trend of these phones opening up for a second screen underneath.